Okay, get your ice buckets, your ice rollers, your opened hot dishwasher, your textured pads for your face, your olive oil, your sea salt. Get it all out because you're going to be using it and you're going to be looking really beautiful and hydrated and young. How about that? We're going to talk to my friend Michele Probst, a celebrity makeup artist. She's got all the tips. Can't wait to share it with you next. It's the Love Speaks series, where a little bit of love goes a long way.
Sally Lou Loveman is a mom, speaker, author, former audience producer for The Oprah Winfrey Show, and founder of Love Speaks.
The number one fear people have is speaking in public. It's actually the one fear I don't have. Join me for the Love Speaks series, where we leave fear behind and we speak love, like loving our story, loving speaking, doing what we love, loving each other, and loving ourselves. Our stories are what connect us, and they make us better humans. Join me and my Love Speaks friends for stories, laughs, inspiration, speaker tips, and some unexpected truth. Okay, we are speaking beauty today on the Love Speaks series podcast with celebrity makeup artist and cosmetic brand owner Michele Probst, a veteran champion of the cosmetic industry. Michele is now putting all her energy and talent into helping women her own age, including me. I'm putting my hand up here in the studio. She's worked with some really famous faces like Barack Obama, Katie Couric, Stevie Nicks, Garth Brooks, which is so cool. But really, let's get to the aging solutions. That's what I'm here for. Please welcome the founder of Worth Beauty Company and my friend who is going to help us navigate the simple solutions to aging, Michele Probst. Hello, Michele. How are you?
I'm great, Sally Lou. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness. I'm so thrilled that that we have become friends, and yet we have still not been able to meet in real life. Our friend Kelly.
Hello, COVID.
Yeah, hello, COVID. Our friend Kelly introduced us because she knew that we would be like simpatico, which is just like, it just happened so quickly. So I'm so grateful to know you and that you're here today because, you know, you have this thing called ESO, the other side of 50. And I think it's a beautiful way of saying middle age, because I think that's just an ugly, I know you are very big on words and wordsmithing. And I think middle age is, verbiage. I think middle age is just like, not so much. I don't love that. Doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. But the other side of 50, I really like that. Can you tell us about this other side of 50 and how we can all get comfortable with it and know more about how to make us look like we're on the other side of 50, like the before side of 50? Does that make sense?
Well, it's hashtag ESO50, which means either side of 50 because just as you said.
I said it wrong. Either side of 50. Thank you.
Yes, because the other side of 50 is one way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. There you go. I was having trouble with that. And because, it says wrong.
Sally Lou, you and I have talked about, it's really at a certain level of life. Forget age, forget career. You're in sync with certain people, and the number behind who they are is irrelevant. I think experience and just, I hate to use the word wisdom, but I think that's all of part of getting to a certain age of development. And I hate that of a certain age, or I hate that they when they write about a woman, it's comma and the number of their age. Right. They don't do that with men.
No, they don't.
And
they don't talk about their hair.
And what does that really matter at the end of the day other than, insurance and Social Security? I mean, come on. It really, it's who you are, how you project yourself.
Yeah. And I'm about to turn 60 this year, and it's a number that I
Me
don't.
Too.
There you go. And it's a number I don't relate to at all, but it's a number I'm actually excited about because some of my years in my 50s were really tough. And I'm like, well, maybe this new decade will present itself in a whole new way. And it'll be like loving and wonderful and free and all that stuff. And not to say I didn't have amazing stuff happen in my 50s and my 50th decade, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. But I also don't relate to it at all. Like, I think of myself sitting here today in Chicago, I feel like I'm 25, but I know I'm not. And so doesn't that just help with the whole beauty thing when your head tells you one thing and your age tells you another?
Absolutely. And we've heard this as we are growing up. We look at our peers and our mentors, and they're saying these things. But why do we have to celebrate a big decade?
Yeah.
Because that just puts so much pressure on us to like be a certain thing.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about it earlier, like when women say they can't have it all. Well, what does all mean? And what does turning a certain decade mean?
Yeah.
It's how you define it for yourself.
Totally.
And, I just happen to have the knowledge of what's best because almost all of my friends are in the Glam Squad business or own a beauty brand or know skincare. So I have a little more knowledge. And I think that's the thing that separates a lot of women who tend to go too far too quickly because they didn't take the time to do the research.
Right. And I'm not a research girl. I'm a move on my heart, and I like to collect really smart women in my life and men who tell me all the right things to do. So you are my really smart woman in the beauty world, and just start telling us. Like, I want to know what women who are either side of 50 should be doing. And also the phenomenal thing that you don't have to go to a huge, expensive makeup counter in a department store, that you can find what you're looking for in a drugstore, which I love. So talk to us about that. Give us your
I think
top tips.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think what's happened is A, we're living longer.
Right.
B, we have more education because of 24/7 real-time news, social media. There's so much information out there that I think we, as intelligent people, human beings, want to know what we're putting on our face.
Right.
So I think, we're learning more about what is going to work and what doesn't work. And you don't have to spend
what's good for the environment and what's not. But as far as skincare goes,
I am a big proponent for the drugstore. And a lot of women kind of roll their eyes when I say that. But if you understood how ingredients are done and how the packaging is really the only difference on a lot of these brands.
Right.
So, if you can learn your basic ingredients, then that's what you want to put on. But do what feels right to you. A, don't jump into a plastic surgery office. I mean, that is the worst thing you can do. You need to baby step. If you've never taken care of your skin before, start with simple. Get a AM routine and get a PM routine going. Cleaning your face is so important. And the better your skin is, the less makeup you have to wear.
Exactly.
A lot of women think when they get older, they need to put more makeup on, and that just makes them look older.
I wear way less makeup than I've ever worn. And when I get my makeup done professionally, which I used to love doing, I look 10 years older. Which is odd. I know you're going to say that, and I'm with the wrong makeup artist, but I've been noticing that.
But you're talking about TV.
Yes, right? Yes. So you walk around, and you go, oh, right.
Yeah, right. So you can spot pancake a mile away.
Right.
And there are some women who need some areas that need a little extra coverage, but consider skincare part of your makeup.
Exactly.
And think of what the word makeup means. It's really kind of a cleanup and a dress up.
Yeah.
So, you don't want to turn yourself into somebody you're not. You want to enhance what you have going for you. And everybody has a good feature.
Right.
And if you don't have good eyebrows, draw them on. I don't think you need to do all the trends. I think blading and all of that stuff is great for some people, not great for everybody. Right. Don't just try and be trendy because your next door neighbor is doing it.
Right.
Don't go to a wine party because they have a discount on Botox.
Exactly.
Do the smart things, know.
So tell us the smart things.
Injections.
So
I'm all about injections.
Yeah.
There's no problem with injections, but don't get cut. You know, the
Right.
good news about whether it's Botox or just port, it only lasts 3 months. The bad news is it only lasts 3 months.
Right.
You know, like, so
Right.
whatever happens, you can change it. It's not permanent.
Right.
Don't do anything permanent, I guess is my message.
Right. Right. Okay. So nothing permanent. And so while
Because you can't go back.
You can't.
You can't go back.
And you
you
see
and I
so
both have
many
friends
women
that have gone too far.
So too far, and celebrities, and you're like, why?
And you can't, what do you say?
Right.
What do you say?
Right. Why?
Because they can't go back.
Right. You can't go back. It's really, really tough. And you know, I'm all for like, oh, I'll try this, I'll try that. But yeah, the getting cut thing is that's tough. So okay, so now we're thinking of, I love what you said about think of your skincare as your makeup. And
Yes.
I'm in love with my esthetician, Theodora. She's like my therapist, my best friend, my just everything, my esthetician. But you know, and she'll tell me all the things to do. I do microblading, I do all that stuff, and you know, peels. But that's really it. So what? Like I discovered. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm blanking on what it's called. It's oil. It is. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me.
The micellar? The micellar?
No. It'll come to me. But this is, I'm having a senior moment. I guess I really am going to be 60.
No, that's baloney. Come on. You had senior moments when you were 6.
I know that's true. That is true. But anyway, that the more oily the more oil you put in your skin, the younger it gets. So that's like the part of it, which I never knew before. Like these things, like, and how important exfoliation is. So you're saying, you know, have an AM routine and a PM routine, but what is that routine? I know all skincare is different, but like, what should we be doing as, especially women who are, because a lot of people that listen to this are my age. So, you know, 60. Let's talk about
our age. Yes.
Yeah, our age.
No, you know, honestly, for me, I'm
sea buckthorn oil. Sea buckthorn oil. There you go. It came to me.
Okay.
It's changed my life.
And those are good. But here's the thing. There's a philosophy on, you know, oil, because you want to make sure that it's going to penetrate. So make sure it's the right oil for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So there's several out there, but you want to, you know, easy steps, because nobody has time to do, you know, a 7 product routine in the morning or at night.
Right.
I mean, half the time, honestly, I will fall asleep with mascara on if I have it on. I mean, I'm not perfect.
Right.
But
right.
just the attempt to take care of your skin and hair is everything.
Right.
And don't forget your scalp when you take care of your skin, because we do, as we get older, we do dry up, and it's just because we're not secreting like we used to do. And we also are losing, gravity is biting us. And so collagen, we're losing some of that too. So, you know, think of the small little things, like when you're putting on your product in the morning, you want to, first of all, just do a clean face. Get a triad pad, which is basically a textured pad. There's several on the market. Arcana is a brand that I highly recommend. But you just really, it's so easy. Think of back in the old days of the Stridex pad. Well, this is the modern, natural, organic version of that just gets anything that creeped on your face while you were sleeping off.
Say that one more time.
You start with the clean.
No, not the whole thing.
You know,
no, what's it called? What is it called?
Arcana.
Arcana.
ARCONA.
Okay, we'll put it in the show notes.
Arcana Los Angeles.
Okay.
But there's several out there.
Right.
You know, if you want to do drugstore, there's the number 7, which is a brand from London that Walgreens brought in.
Okay.
They all have them. They're a textured pad that just is kind of like, think of it as like you're just cleaning your face.
So
you start with that fresh palette.
Okay. So there are lots of face wipes that take makeup off. And I always argue with my daughters, like, that is not just how you clean your face. Like, you have to actually do more than just that wipe. But this textured pad is probably much better.
This is an AM. This is AM. And hopefully you don't have a ton of makeup on to take it off.
Okay.
So you start with that clean palette.
Right.
Then depending on your needs, like for me, you know, I've talked to you about the ice roller. I think if you can get ice on your face,
right,
that stimulates it so well. And there's an ice roller you can get on Amazon for $12.99, or you can just get ice and put it in a little cup or something and just hold it on your face or an ice pack that you use for your shoulder.
Right.
Hold it on your face, and you will just see your skin come alive.
Tell me what you do at the
regenerates
hotels. When you get to a hotel, what do you do?
You have to have an ice bucket. You have to have an ice bucket. I don't care where you are, and make them get it. Just find out where the ice is on your floor and get that ice. And that's the first thing. And I use it on my feet, too.
Do you put your face in it? Do you put your face in the ice bucket?
You hold your hand. You grab your hands in it and hold it to your face.
Okay.
It's an old Joan Crawford trick.
Right. I love it.
Check out Mommy Dearest.
Right.
And all of these things are really, if you think about it, we're going back to the essentials.
Exactly.
Because, good skin did not start in 2020,
Right.
But if you can't afford it, know that, you can work at home. Like we talked about, like I have issues with my hands. They get really wrinkled. Mm-hmm. So I do at home olive oil, some sort of sea salt, scrub it to death, wash it, and your hands are butter. I mean, there's so many ways you can do this
for that.
Affordably.
Right.
And, and the same thing with your face, open that dishwasher and take that minute and get that facial.
Exactly.
When you're boiling your noodles, get that facial.
Exactly.
Take advantage of it because we don't have a lot of time. Well, here's silver platter.
Right.
Go for it.
So if one of the things that you changed for me, besides the icing, is the humidifier with essential oils in it, specifically eucalyptus. So we'll put in the show notes. You told me the exact humidifier to get on Amazon. I have it in my bedroom, and when I turn it off in the morning, I shove my face in whatever's left over of that steam. And so I guess that's basically what you're talking about with the dishwasher. I got to do that too.
Yes.
And I've noticed
and boiling pasta.
Right. And I've noticed that my skin is better now that I'm using this humidifier nightly. And that doesn't change for season, right? It's 12 months a year.
I think a lot of people started that with, especially in the winter because you've got the heat on and that is just so drying. Mm-hmm. And, that's the other thing. I am such an internal inferno with, I think I'm still in menopause. I don't know where I am, Perry, wherever we are.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm sweating. Right. And I have to open the window and just get a breath of fresh, cold air. I mean, it's just, and that's so important for your skin and your hair.
Right.
And your hair. It's good for your hair. Just think about it. You think if you sat next to a fireplace 24/7. I mean, think of what that does to your skin and hair.
Right.
So, those little tiny things that you're mentioning all add up.
That you're mentioning to me. That's the only reason why I know about it. So, okay. So you've got your AM, you've got your textured pads, you're going to put on your product.
Okay. So after you've got the blood circulating, that's when you want to either, SPF is so important at this age. I mean, if you talk to any dermatologist or any skin expert, they're going to tell you the two most things are hydrate and SPF. Okay. What is your favorite SPF? I want to know. Favorite SPF? Well, there's several. There's so many on the market. But, they're back into makeup too. These BB creams are everything, and CC creams, which has it all in your concealer light foundation. Mm-hmm. So it's a one application tool. I think that is so important. What are you Women don't realize. Them? Just going BB. It's called creams? BB. Like spell that. BB cream. Okay. B, the letter B, the letter B, or the letter C. I know nothing about this. So this is at the drugstore? Well, you're late to the game, my darling. I am so late. But no, BB creams typically are two things. CC creams are typically three things. So you can get a moisturizer with SPF. Okay. Which is like a dual, that's a bingo. That's something that's easy. You slap it on, you've got your SPF. Right. So you don't have to worry about that. CCs are typically, it is moisturizer, tinted foundation, and SPF. Okay. Got it. So those are really easy just to get your face on even, and I rarely even do that, but mostly I like to do under my eyes. I like to do some sort of, whether it's a vitamin C oil, and there's several on the market. I mean, everybody has a vitamin C oil. And your there's favorite? So many available. I want to know your favorite. My favorite right now is Arcana. I hate to keep bringing Arcana up. I need to bring another brand.
And Arcana
but,
is, how do we find Arcana? Is that online if
Arcana
you're not?
Los Angeles.
Okay, if
Yes,
you're not in
Arcana
LA.
Los Angeles. It's Nordstrom. It's
Okay.
in Neiman's. I mean, it's everywhere. It's
Okay.
everywhere.
But it's not at the
I mean,
drugstore.
also the Better Skin Company, which is one that
Right.
you're using, their vitamin C spray.
Yes.
So if you don't like an oil and you prefer spray, you can do that. And
The Better Skin Company.
I highly recommend.
I love that vitamin
And
C
it's
spray.
Co. Take off the company. It's just Better Skin Co.
Okay, got it. The Better Skin
And
Co.
they are a website and have amazing, all natural. And there's a website I want to turn you on to that I haven't before called Beautyology.com.
Okay.
And it's Beautyology.com. And this is a site that has all fair trade beauty skincare brands.
Nice.
And that's the new trend in beauty.
Right.
And it's really important because they can source their materials. They give back to the community where the materials were sourced. It's not like it's just manufactured in a warehouse with 100 different brands.
Right, right.
And this is the trend that, because again, women want to know what we're dealing with.
Exactly.
And if we're going to spend this much money on it, what is it?
Right, right. I love that. Okay. Well, this will all go in show notes for sure. And definitely I'll be acting on all of this. So I just want to go back to this BB and CC creams that I'm late to the party on.
Sorry.
So where do
Okay.
where do we find them? What is your favorite
honey,
one? Is this in the drugstore?
Yes. I think CoverGirl has a great one.
Okay. Good.
I love CoverGirl. I love Maybelline.
Okay.
I'm a big Maybelline has one of my favorite concealers.
Ooh,
it has a sponge applicator on the top. And so you don't need a sponge or a finger. It is the most exciting thing I have seen in the longest time. And I'll get you the details on it, but it is a sponge applicator.
Okay.
And you just roll it under your eye and it just, goodbye. Whatever the darkness was.
Well,
roll it down wherever your area is.
I have a new problem, and I'm just going to use my problem, and hopefully somebody else will might be having the same problem. I'm a huge Clé de Peau, which is expensive,
I love Clé de Peau.
under eye concealer fan, and I've been using it for 10 years, so in my 50s. So now when I use it, it makes my under eyes. It doesn't make, but I'm finding that my under eyes are like kind of like peeling and crackling when I use it. So now I'm not using under eye concealer, but I'm using creams, and I put, now you just told me to put some olive oil under my eyes maybe, or vitamin C, I think you said. Vitamin
olive
C
oil was for the hands.
No, a vitamin C oil for under
hands.
my eyes. That's what I meant.
Vitamin C oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so I don't know what's happening, but I guess I'm just aging. But
how old is the product?
Maybe it's old.
I
don't know. I don't think so.
That could be. It could be, baby, that you need to. And here's another fix on something like that. I had a Clé de Peau party at my house 2 years ago. I love Clé de Peau.
Me too.
Their skincare is bar none. I mean, they literally crush pearls and from silkworms that they grow. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not every woman needs all that. I mean, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors with it too.
Right.
But you need to definitely check the product. And if it's a little old, just take some of your favorite moisturizer and kind of blend it together and then apply it. Try it again.
Right. Right. That's what they told me to do at the beauty counter that I went to. So there you go. You are right on track, my celebrity makeup artist. Okay. So I want to talk about all, the things that you've done to support women in this business and at every level and what beauty means to you. But let's get to our PM because we just did AM. Okay. What about our PM?
So PM. Okay. So you're getting ready to go to bed. You don't have time. You're like, oh my God, I just want to go to bed.
Right.
But what you have to do is put retinol on your face.
Oh.
This is a life changer. This is a game changer.
Retinol
in any kind of, and my favorite brand is ZO. You probably are familiar with Obagi.
Okay.
Zenith Obagi is the doctor behind Obagi. And now he's done something even more clinical and it's his own called ZO. Hello,
Literally
Zenith
the
Abaji.
the two letters, Z and O. ZO.
ZO.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
Where do we get it?
And you can get it anywhere. Online, I think you can get it on Amazon, but it's in every department store. It's at every dermatologist. It's at every skin doctor that you go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's the real, it's serious stuff. But what retinol does, and again, you want to do the scary stuff, at least this is my philosophy, at night. Because it works while you're sleeping.
Right.
And you don't have to fool with it. And it should tingle a little bit. This is the serious stuff. So you could peel. So make sure you follow the directions. But, I had someone tell me one time long ago that has the most beautiful skin I've ever seen. And it was vitamin C in the day, retinol at night.
Interesting.
And if you can just remember those two things, you've got a fight in the game.
Okay, so now I am on Amazon and I am looking, I just put into the search retinol ZO. And now this is a typical thing. Like, I have too many choices. I want you to tell me, like, which one is it?
Just Google ZO. Just put his name in.
Is that his name?
ZO. Put ZO Skincare.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, ZO Skin Broad Spectrum Sunscreen. Okay, so I've got sunscreen. Oh, so it's really anything that's done by him. Okay, got it. And his retinol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I don't
now,
see retinol.
There's several retinol products out there on the market that are good.
Tell us what those are. Like I just saw Olay or
Olay. Again, I love oil of Olay. They have a great Neutrogena. Everybody's got, and here's another word you probably don't know that everybody throws out there. It's called hyaluronic acid.
Oh yeah. I hear that all the time.
And hyaluronic is all that is it's just kind of a comfort for collagen. It's not an acid.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not. Retinol is a deal.
Okay. And
you want to be careful putting that under your eyes. You want to make sure
that's what is what my esthetician said about my flaking weird under eye thing. She's like, "Are you using retinol? Don't put it under your eye." So that's a good point. But do we use retinol how many times a week? Like, because if you told me to use retinol and it's going to make my skin younger, I'd use it 7 days a week. Is that bad?
Well, I think you should test it. Do it a couple nights and see what happens. Mm-hmm. Because everyone's skin is different.
Okay.
I always try and test.
Is there a percentage we should be looking for? Like, is there?
Again, if you're not seeking professional advice like you are, I would just stay with the basic. Keep it simple. And there are directions.
Is that like 5%? I'm just looking. I'm like, maybe it's 5%.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would start that small. You can peel your whole face off if you're not careful with the aggressive ones.
And you need to be careful with if you wax. Like if you wax your eyebrows, you shouldn't be waxing after using retinol. Is that right too?
Yeah. Okay. Are you waxing your eyebrows?
A little bit. It's more. And by the way, I don't have thin eyebrows. I have full eyebrows, but I am losing some. But she waxes just a little bit here and there, but she mostly plucks.
But you're not doing it at home. Don't tell the ladies at home to wax their eyebrows.
Oh my God. I do none of this. I would do none of this on my own. I'm so sorry. Please understand that I leave it to the professionals.
Sally Lou, I'm representing the girls that can't afford the
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So if you can't afford to go to an esthetician to get your eyebrows done properly,
there are strips. There are wax strips.
Right.
Like you can go to the drugstore and get some of those strips and do that. And then again, there's Tweezerman, which is my best friend, which is
love
also,
Tweezerman.
Can be a nightmare. Tweezerman is the only tweezer on the planet.
The best. And they have good scissors too. What is your favorite? Yeah. Because Tweezerman, you can't steal it. It's my favorite beauty tool. I travel. There's nowhere I go without a pair of Tweezerman. What is your favorite beauty tool?
Magnifying mirror.
Oh, that's true. Because I can't tweeze without that.
Good. Yeah.
That's so true.
Oops, I know you're going to edit that.
Yeah, no, please.
But and get the kind that can fold. because the ones that are suction cups, a lot of times you'll be in a hotel and there's nothing to suck on. So get the kind that folds.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And you know.
And then what about makeup brushes? Like we like I go into places that, you know, whether it's the Neiman Marcus counter or the Blue Mercury. My favorite joke is that my husband, when I was working in New York, my husband would be like, why do you keep eating at this restaurant, Blue Mercury? I go, why do you think it's a restaurant? He's like, why it keeps showing up on our credit card? And I'm like, that is skincare. Okay. Anyway,
that's so funny. Are you having an affair at Blue
at
Mercury?
Blue Mercury, literally. You're eating a lot there. But
I'm
yeah,
going to go old school on this.
Okay.
I'm going to go old school on this. Bobbi Brown.
Bobbi Brown. She knows her shit. Let me tell you something.
Bobbi Brown brushes always, like when I first started, like, you know, I never really understood the difference between synthetic and real hair. And then, you know, there's always the animal issues.
Right.
But, you know, but it's so important. Utensils are the key to good skincare and makeup.
Right.
And so when you get a good brush, it is worth the investment because it will last you forever if you take care of it.
Right. And how do you take care of it?
You just, you know, after, you know, a while, because we're all lazy, just what I do is I take like, you know, just like a bowl, like a mid-sized bowl, and I put just regular, some sort of like Joy or Dove. I like Dove, and hot water, and just let them soak, rinse them out, and then lay them on a towel, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I do that. I use like Johnson's baby shampoo, I think.
And I love Q-tips. And I
love Q-tips.
Beauty blenders. And I love things that you can throw away.
Yeah. Obsessed with Q-tips. Q-tips, magnifying mirror, and tweezer man, and beauty blender. Yeah, those are key.
Sponge.
And my obsession, which is with the sea buckthorn oil that I love. I was having such maskne a year ago, and I kept putting alcohol, like pads, on my face just to dry it out.
Drying it out.
Oh, I looked like I was 100 years old. And then my sister said, you don't know about sea buckthorn oil? And I'm like, no, Cindy, I don't. And she told me, and I was like, oh God, it's going to cost me like thousands of dollars, or hundreds of dollars, I should say. And it was just, I can afford this. And I love it so much. Well, my husband uses it.
We need an intro with them. I need an intro with them because I would love to promote them.
It's just, I'm sure there are many types of it, but the idea is hydration. It's key, hydration, especially on my side of 50.
And if you think about it, Sally Lou, is we always are hydrating our body, right?
Right.
The skin is the largest organ that we have.
Exactly.
So you got to think of it. And that's also for body.
Yeah.
You know, we always focus on the face because that's nobody. But let's talk about hands. Let's talk about elbows. Let's talk about décolleté.
Oh, décolleté.
Don't forget the décolleté.
I always forget about her. She doesn't look good. She's not doing well.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She needs some help, too. You know?
My little décolleté. You know, I like to cover her up at all times.
Can get dry and wrinkly.
Yeah. No.
And the neck.
Yeah, the neck is.
You remember Nora
the thing.
Ephron?
Yes, exactly.
Nora Ephron wrote a whole book on
she sure did.
My neck.
She sure did, and it's like the last thing. But it is truly, if I were to go under the knife, that would be about the neck, because I have my dad's neck, and I loved him with all my heart, and he was adorable. But he had, it's like he had a neck,
Honey, I understand, but baby, you don't have to go under the knife. Lipo.
Okay, tell me about that. Lipo in my neck?
Okay, you can get lipo. Oh, absolutely. And you don't go under. My rule, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I will say it out loud. My rule is, if it is elective surgery, I'm not going under. That's my rule. Mm-hmm. Like, I will not do anything or I have to go under.
Right,
okay?
Right.
Lipo, you don't go under. They give you a Valium. They put some numbing cream on you. You put like a sports bra on your head for a day, and you're good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it. No, I get that. I actually did that a long time ago, just like in the little tip of my chin. And I told no one but my husband. I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And when I was doing it, I write about her in my book, Dr. Lori Cobbins. I love her so much. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Get me out of here. I had no idea, but it was minor, but to me it was like, oh my God. And when you just said that you wear that thing on your head, like I did that for a week, and I don't know that it changed anything, but I did that a long time ago. And
but
I need to do it again. No, this was like under my chin. Yeah, no, I know.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are jowls, and those are hereditary.
Oh yeah,
it will only get worse. I mean, again, there are things you can do to exercise with that too, though.
Okay, tell me.
Well, you want to do stretches. You can Google stretches for your neck, and also you want to pat your neck. But also, as I was about to say, with the AM treatment, when you put your moisturizer or your vitamin C oil, pull your face up. Like take your palm of your hand and go from your chin bone up.
It's
Push
the up
everything
motion.
up, even with makeup. You want to go up, 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 because gravity is pulling you down, down, down. You want to go up, up, up.
Right.
And it really can make a difference. These little tiny things, I promise you, they add up.
Hey, do you know about Bobbi Brown's new line? It might not be new anymore. It's called something like Rose.
Jones Rose?
Yes. What is that all
Jones
about?
Rose, yeah.
I hear her concealer is amazing.
I really don't know. Again, I've been more into teaching women our age skincare, and the number one questions I'm getting from the followers, which is really how to look younger. Well, we will get into more makeup and hope to interview her in person because I know that she's one of us.
Yeah, totally.
I
love
the
her.
Other thing, like her, here's the other trick that a lot of women our age are doing is they're wearing glasses.
Oh, okay. So that's my big question.
Perfect example of that.
Right. Your makeup, you said your day look is glasses and lip gloss. Like that's my life.
No, sunglasses. Sunglasses.
Oh, I read glasses. Okay. So sunglasses and lip gloss. Okay. Or lipstick.
Lipstick.
So
or pencil.
Like I wouldn't.
And I have a favorite pencil too.
What is it?
That's a cream pencil, and that's all you need. It's Very Terry Beauty.
Very Terry.
This is Cindy Crawford's Very Terry Beauty.
Okay.
And this is Cindy Crawford's makeup artist. And she's come out with this amazing, it's called Stay Put.
Ooh.
And you can drink wine, you can drink coffee, you can drink out of a water bottle, you can kiss, and it does not go away, and it's not heavy.
Okay. And is Terry
and it's natural.
Terry natural is cute.
Very Terry Beauty. Her name is Terry Apanasevich.
But how do you spell Terry?
And
because there's many ways.
Terri.
Terri. Okay, I'll put this on the show notes. I'll be ordering that in 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, she's wonderful. And she's also my senior beauty editor for Worth.
For your company,
she's in LA.
Right? So tell us more about Worth Beauty Company and where it all comes from, because you come from men's skincare. That's what you were doing with your line.
I created the first undetectable cosmetic brands for men globally.
Right. So cool.
And because most of my clients, and I know you wanted to touch on Barack because the story leads back to where you used to work. I think
I'll talk about Barack any day of the week. Let's talk about him.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
But I think the thing that for women, because I used to think hustle was a bad word. I used to think if you were called a hustler, that was a bad word.
Yeah.
But it is a good word. Mm-hmm. And it is a positive word. And like growing up, I don't know what you thought, but entrepreneur was not like something you strive to be.
Not
you
at
either
all.
are or you aren't.
I didn't even know what the word was, and I still don't. I'm not comfortable with it. But go on.
But you are, right?
I guess I am.
You are one.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm much better
so
at.
Anyway, I saw. I had been working with a lot of men, and it was just more comfortable for me because women can be biatches, and it was just an easy job at the time. But then I realized I had my aha moment where I knew I needed to create a brand because there was nothing out there for men that they could just do it themselves.
Right.
So I was watching your show, Oprah, and there was this young senator on there named Barack Obama.
Okay.
And just by the way they were doing, I knew he was going to run for president. And I had been working with Gore, and I've done a few things with a lot of, I don't want to drop names, but, a lot of big politicians in the White House.
Drop them.
Anyway, because they're bad stuff now. Anyway.
Then don't drop them.
Al Gore, I love Al Gore. I love Al Gore.
Yeah.
And so I said, he's going to run, and I want to do his makeup. So I called Rick Jefferson at CNBC, who always would pull me in anytime he was in the South. And so I don't think a lot of people understand. It's like male politicians don't typically travel with a makeup artist.
Right.
So wherever they land, it's all up to the production company, typically the network.
Right.
Okay. So, but, something that big, it was CNBC, Rick Jefferson in New York. So I said, I don't care where it is. I don't care what call me. I will be a local.
Right.
Meaning I would show up on my own dime to do the work. And it was Chicago was the first place. It was the first debate. And I can't tell you the year, but anyway, I would say 2007 maybe. And so it was just wild. And I fell in love with him. He was just I've never seen security so tight because, like I said, I've worked with a lot of politicians.
Right.
And my favorite story is, and of course his wife's name is my name, but I'm a 1L.
You're 1L.
Is he called me in the back. He called me in the back and he goes, can you help me with something real quick? And I didn't know what in the world he was going to say. And he opened his jacket and his tie had phrase on it.
Oh.
And he asked me to trim the phrase off his tie.
Right.
And I thought, God, what a humble guy.
That's so
because,
sweet.
I've worked with people like John Edwards who weren't even wearing a cancer bracelet when his wife was dying with cancer, and had a hairdresser travel with him.
Right.
So, again, I just was so in love with Barack.
Yeah.
And so I got to work with him and he was so easy. My God. And that's the thing with men's makeup. It's really easy. But if you're good, you know how easy it can be.
Right.
Because if you're bad, it can be tricky.
Right.
You got to keep it simple. But
so then you travel into this worth world that you're creating and launching, and it's all about women who are your own age.
So what happened was, a day wouldn't go by. A woman friend would call in. How much does this cost?
Right.
Where do I go for this?
That's what I'm doing to
Have you heard
right
about
now.
this treatment?
Right.
Exactly. Because I just assume everybody knows what I know.
Right.
Just like you probably assume everybody knows what you know.
Right.
So I just wanted to create a safe spot where it was brands, treatments, conversations, where women could feel safe to ask the questions, and I would provide easy answers, whether it's an expensive product or affordable product, and just how to navigate through healthy skin. Yeah. Because it's really all basis goes back to being healthy.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
And no one's perfect. I mean, good Lord, I'm not the queen of anything, and I'm not perfect. I've never had my eyes done. I'm just telling you, I think I look pretty good for my age. And I hate saying it like that. We need to change that conversation and that verbiage. Like, here I am as a human being, as a woman, and I look good. I feel good.
Right.
And when you feel good, you make good decisions. And, I think it changes all your life. It's not about being beautiful, but it's about feeling good.
Right.
Right. And
it's
I
always
think when
about
you look
that.
in the mirror and you go, you're right. I mean, when you look in the mirror, don't look at okay, oh God, what is that on my face? Or look at your smile. Look at your energy.
How about your personality, your heart, all of that? Yeah. I always say, I am such an extrovert because I compensate with, I just want to be seen not for what I look like, because I don't think I'm the most attractive person. I think I'm fine. I'm average, whatever. But I think that I am, if someone were to ever be so kind to say, oh, Sally Lou, you're beautiful, I think they would be talking way more about my energy and my heart than my face. So that's how I've always looked at beauty. I love trying to be beautiful with all the products and the health and the all that good stuff, the clothes, all of it. I love it all. I'm all girl that way. I love it. But at the same time, beauty is within. That is cliche, but it is the damn truth.
But who are you comparing yourself to? That's the thing.
Everyone.
Like, in our minds, like, right. But see, that's what we have to change.
No, I'm kidding.
And that's what
I'm kidding. I'm getting better at it.
Of our journey, this part of our journey in life is about. We're not supposed to care about what other people think.
I know,
right?
But there's the damn thing called Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, and it's awful. And it's terrible for young people, and it makes me laugh. So I'm fine with it. But no, and I
call
think
it the 3 o'clock talk. I wake up at 3. For some reason, I'm up at 3 a.m. and my brain will not.
Yeah,
and it's like, what is going on in here? Stop.
Well, and then are you saying you scroll on stuff? Like, is that what you're saying? At 3 a.m. you scroll?
No, I mean, my brain is scrolling like, why didn't I do
thought you
this
meant like
today?
you scrolled on Instagram.
Up. I beat myself up.
Yeah. No, I definitely have some of my best thoughts at 3 a.m. I get that. But yeah, I think that's true. I think when you are aging, you get that middle of the night thing a lot. I hear that more often than not. So I think you're not alone, and we should start a club where we can talk to each other at 3 a.m.
but then we'll be up all night. But no, seriously, I think about when we talk about beauty, and that's why I wanted to brand the new company Worth Beauty, is because at the end of the day, we have to love ourselves. And that is, I think, the hardest thing you can do.
Biggest job we have.
Beauty, whatever. And it's like, so here are some tools that can help you treat yourself. Like, I'm sure you've run into like somebody you knew 20, 30, 40 years ago, and you're like, oh my God, they're the same age as me, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever had that happen?
And they don't look as good. Is that what you're saying? Or they look
just
better?
Look old.
Oh, right. That's what I mean.
No, they look old. And you're like, oh my God, is that my age?
Yeah, because you permanently put people you went to high school with in high school. That's how you think of them. And then you realize, and then you see them and you're like, wait, I've watched myself age, so it's not dramatic, but what happened to you?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, it's definitely hard. Well, I am so grateful that you are being a voice for women and making it more simple, because I think that we overthink everything, and we think that we have to spend more money on products in order to look better. And sometimes it's as simple as your drugstore. So if you could just say the 3 things every woman needs at her local CVS, Walgreens, Duane Reade, whatever it is, the 3 things that you can count on to go there for, as opposed to a counter at an expensive store or your esthetician's office. Okay.
Well, one thing that works for me is I always feel like I look a little better with some color. Mm-hmm. And, sun is so damaging.
Right.
So I swear by the Neutrogena self-tanning spray for the face.
Okay.
It is a water base, and it just gives you that little hint of, it's not bronze or anything like that. I worship that. I do love.
Is there a shade you like? Because I know they
it depends on your shade. Like I typically go medium. But if you're light, go light. Okay. And if you're, sometimes I'll go dark if I'm getting ready to go to the ocean or something. Mm-hmm. But, and then love Oil of Olay Regenerating Cream, which is a great night treatment. Okay. And then the Maybelline Concealer. Maybelline Concealer, and I will send you a shot of it so you have it.
Okay.
It's a life changer. I'm telling you, it will change
with the sponge
your life.
Well, I'm
gonna because it has the applicator. It's so easy.
Right.
And they have like 18 shades, I think.
Right. Okay. I love that. And then finding your shade is never easy for any woman, because we all come in different shades. So you have to test.
I typically will get a couple of shades.
Your dog. Hi, doggy. What's your dog's name?
I'm sorry.
Oh, God, please do not say you're sorry. Georgie?
Of all day
Did the squirrel
long.
come? Is there a squirrel?
Changed. No, I had the door shut, and he's like, I want to be involved. I'm 12 years old. I've got to be here.
Let Georgie in. Georgie can come and play with us. We're almost done, Georgie.
Listen, when I had my men's line, people were like, "You need to do a cosmetic line for dogs." I was like, "Oh my God,
what
please."
would that be?
I think that would just be grooming
Just shampoo,
tools,
right?
Hair products or something,
right?
So.
Or breath. That would be.
But
That
anyway,
would be.
before I did want to mention these things for this because I think this is really important that women our age need to understand that we are 53% of the population.
Right.
We are $60 billion spending in the beauty industry. So they need to listen to us.
And especially women of our age, right?
This is what I'm talking. These are facts. These are the facts.
Got it.
I mean, I have statistics and it's just like,
yeah. They need to listen.
And also, and we don't want to see 20-year-olds. And the new thing, and I know you've noticed this too, is they're no longer modeling for the cosmetic line. It's actresses.
Yeah.
And, you have your rare Miriam. Oh my God. Now I've drawn a blank.
I can't help you. I wish I could.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know
anyway,
names.
You have your rare, like May Moss. I love.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is like the best thing that they've done for CoverGirl. And again, we want to see ourselves.
Right. Oh, we always do. Yeah. Well.
And because, we don't want to be, we can't go back and we don't want to be whatever number we are and try and look 40 years younger than that number.
Right.
We need to celebrate the fact. And I think we're one of the only cultures that don't respect and celebrate the elder.
Makes no sense
as
whatsoever.
Wisdom and knowledge.
It's so true.
And mentors.
Right. It's so true. It is so upsetting in every way, from your living situation to your employment to your just all of it, to your beauty, to your the wisdom that especially in these times where these kids are just racing to the finish line from the jump, it's like they're missing so many things along the way of being able to speak to each other and all of that. It's so true. But I'm all about wisdom.
You know who I worship is Julianne Moore, because she's our age. And she has not done work.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And if you see her in real interviews, you can tell. Like, she doesn't have the makeup. She's got a little lifeline, is what I like to call them, here and there. And I love that.
Yeah. Has Meryl Streep done work? Because she looks good, but she doesn't look done. Like, she looks good, though.
Yeah.
I wonder about that.
No, I think she looks great, but I think, you see her in movies. Like the last one where she was playing the president. There's
don't look up.
Heavy makeup.
Oh, yeah. Don't Look Up. That
heavy
was
makeup.
Very, very. Woo, that
bizarre.
movie's got me thinking a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think also one of the things that we won't dwell on, but I'll just say it. Like, if you're on Instagram and you're my age, like, okay, perfect example. We did a family FaceTime last night, and I said, why is it that you guys, kids, look normal and Dad and I look like amoebas? Like, what is wrong? Like, looking into an iPhone once you're past 50 is just not, like, don't do it. And then the other thing is that when you are on Instagram, especially Snapchat, which I'm not on, I am on, but I don't use it, but I could sit and do all the filters and I send them to my kids and it cracks me up. But when you put a filter on your face.
I'm so sorry.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Yes, she's
Helen Mirren is
freaking
who I was
gorgeous.
talking about. So
she's
sorry.
Phenomenally gorgeous. But when you start putting filters on your photos, and I don't mean like highly edited. I don't mean that, because I don't even know how to do that. But like, I always put Paris filter because it brightens up the photo. But I start to begin that's what I like. It's not a drastic difference, but like, I look better and everybody in the photo looks better and the background of the photo looks better. So I use it. But like, I'm beginning to think like when I'm on Zoom and my filters aren't right, I'm like, oh, is this what I look like? Where's my filter. So we get confused. And then we think when we look in the mirror and we're like, wait, we don't look like the way we look that we think we look. And it's confusing and it's wrong. And it's like way deeper than looking at a magazine of an airbrushed model, because now we're actually looking at ourselves and we're airbrushed and we're like, wait, why don't we look like that? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I do. And it's mixed messaging.
Totally. It's
so mixed.
confusion.
And now I am guilty. Of, like I will enhance just as the artist in me, I will enhance the color of a flower or whatever. But I do think you need to look like yourself. Like you will see lifelines on my videos.
Yeah.
Now I will confess, I have the lights. You have to have the lights just because it would look unprofessional.
Right. Of course. So yeah, and I'm all about enhancing, but not completely to the point where it doesn't look like you. Like it just doesn't serve anyone. It certainly doesn't serve you, because like you're going out there and people are like, wait, what? You don't look like that. And it's so sad in the world we live in today, especially with COVID. It's like people know what you're doing from your posts, and that's great because you're connected, but it's also like you don't even have to have conversations anymore because they already know and you already know what's going on in your lives, which
I
seems...
think you can go too far. I have friends that literally, I just, and that's another conversation, like, how do you tell a friend,
you've gone too far? Yeah, slow her down.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
You look lonely, bored.
Oh,
generate that into something positive.
That's so true.
Give to charity. Do something.
That's so true. That's so true. Well, this hour has gone by very fast, and I want to end.
I know, my darling.
I know we could do so many more, but I can't.
Okay.
Your show notes are gonna be very long, and they're gonna go over my character allowance because I have to put in all the links that you're gonna send me for all the things that we talked about.
Troublemaker, Sally.
You are a troublemaker. But you've done you've seen and done and sat in so many seats and stood in front of so many seats through the years of your time as a makeup artist in this industry that has also changed so much. And you've done so much for women. And how are you seeing that role as the celebrity makeup artist change in Hollywood and beyond Hollywood?
Well, I think at least the group that I am interactive with, we are definitely giving back. Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing. Whether it be, I think I mentioned we did some goodie bags for the YWCA for Mother's Day last year, helping women get back on their feet, helping women in any way possible. Whether that be, it doesn't have to be a financial situation. It can be a volunteer situation. But, our world is just so crazy right now. And if it's not for any other reason than making yourself feel good by giving back,
it's always the way.
That's what I'm finding. And the cosmetic brands are eager to come on board and help because, there's so many brands that they've got warehouses of stuff they'll never sell.
Right.
And so they're happy to, whether it's the YWCA or some cancer group or whatever it might be. But I think finding, I've been blessed where I have not dealt with any major issues health-wise, and yet there's so many people out there, and financial issues, helping that as well.
Of course.
So I think that's the trend you're seeing is I think people are, especially after the COVID years, we're just kind of feeling like, who are we as people, and let's be kind to each other, and I think that's so important.
Yeah, let's be kind.
But for me,
and
for me, it's mentoring. It's been mentoring.
Well, that's where we are.
My little assistants are in their early 20s and turns, and I just hope. Of course, they're much smarter than I am, but I just hope that I can share. I can share and guide them through their careers.
Yeah.
And I just that's what's important to me right now.
Me too. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing young women coming up, rising up, and coming into their own. And if I had any piece of like helping that along the way, that just makes me so in my purpose, and I love it so much. And I love that you are loving it too. It's what we've got. You know, you get to be 60 and you're a master at a few things. So I think that the most important thing for any woman in their beauty routine in any decade is to reach out to any woman a decade above and a decade below and learn from them, because we are learning so much from the 20-somethings and they can learn so much from us. So I thank you so much for your wisdom and your beauty tips, because we all want to look good, right? No matter what.
That's it.
We do.
And
we
feel
just do.
good.
Yeah.
Look good.
Yeah.
My old motto for my men's brand was look good, feel good equals confidence equals success.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And
Well,
that I think applies to women as well.
I like the words you choose. I love all of your tips, and I'm going to be going to my local Walgreens to get my Maybelline Concealer just as I'm leaving the podcast studio, and
You're going to love it.
And we'll be getting back to you on how it's working for me. So I thank you for your wisdom, your tips, and I hope to talk to you again very soon, live and not just on Instagram.
Thank you, Sally Lou. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle, with one L.
Bye, doll.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
Thanks, Michelle.
Sally Lou Loveman is a mom, speaker, author, former audience producer for The Oprah Winfrey Show, and founder of Love Speaks. Sally Lou and her crew have a conversation about how love speaks in their lives and how it can speak in yours. From kindness to composting, no topic is off limits. If you need a community to kickstart your heart, you need the Love Speaks series.
Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your day.